Welcome back, me shipmates. UK Video Game Pirate bringing you my Mattel WWE Elite Golden Era collection. And we are starting off at the back here with the Warlord in his singles persona. And next to him we have John Nord the Berserker, a very short run in the later days of the Golden Era. And next to him we have the Ugandan giant Kamala, obviously known for his battles most in the Golden Era, famously with the man next to him in a video unboxing I just showed you. Here we have the Undertaker, which is now proudly taken his place on the shelf, and next to him we have the original Canadian Earthquake. Anyone played the WrestleFest game in the arcade will remember Earthquake in this attire. And next to him would be the man who would become his tag team partner, but before that he was Tugboat. And next to him we have the greatest drinker of all time, Andre the Giant. I'm sure this man needs no introduction, maybe to younger kids these days, but I'm even sure everyone's heard the stories, haven't they? Andre the Giant. And next to him, another big man, Bam Bam Bigelow, who started off early in the WWF at the time, but then had to go away. He might have gone to WCW for a while before he'd make his comeback in the New Generation period. And next to him, a very fondly thought of wrestler from the Golden Era, the Big Boss Man. Obviously, he'd come into the WWF in the 1988, around that time, and he would obviously end up partnering with Hakeem, who used to be the one-man gang. So we had the Big Boss Man. And now a big rival of Andre the Giant is Big John Studd. Him and Andre the Giant notoriously not got on. And on the last man on this row of big men, we have Vader. And this would, he was in the Golden Era, would have been in WCW, didn't move to the WWF until the New Generation period, and he would leave in the Attitude Era. And now here we go on to the middle section, starting with Greg the Hammer Valentine, about as old school gets during the old Golden Era. Greg the Hammer Valentine, and he is next to the Elvis Presley impersonator, the Honky Tonk Man. Obviously, until recently, was the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, the Honky Tonk Man. And next to him, we have the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Here in his attire, which is probably more towards the end of the Golden Era, this black attire. He started off with green and planning on getting that figure. So the $1 Million Man, and next to him, Junkyard Dog, who is pretty popular in the New Orleans area. That's where he had most of his fame. And so we have Junkyard Dog, and next to him, Mr. Perfect. Kurt Hennig, some people might know him as by his real name. He had areas winning his Intercontinental title, and a rival of his right next to him. Here we have Bret the Hitman Hart, here in his WrestleMania 8 attire, which he wore against Rowdy Roddy Piper. And next to him with his manager, we have Sensational Sherry. And next to her, we have the man he managed in his original persona as the HBK, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And next to him, the man who created it all, Vince McMahon, but we'll not speak very much about him at the moment. So we move on to his right-hand man. Here we have the persona of Brother Love, which are the characters around at the end of the 80s, early 90s, but most people know him as Bruce Pritchard. And next to him, we do have the British Bulldog. Shame he never fully fulfilled his potential of ever becoming a WWF champion at the time, but he did have his substance issues, as did his partner Dynamite Kid. So here we have the British Bulldog. And next to him, we have Brutus the Barber Beefcake, who'd obviously known to suck up to Hulk Hogan quite a lot. And here we have, I'm not sure what year this was from in this attire, probably one in the late 80s, I assume. But here we have Brutus the Barber Beefcake. And next to him, we have Tito Santana, here in his early attire before he'll come the El Matador in the later Golden Era. Obviously, he'll go be partner of model Rick Martel and part of Strike Force, which I would love them to release a model Rick Martel figure. That is one Mattel, if anyone can hear this, get them to release a model Rick Martel figure, because I want that on this shelf. And finally, in the middle row, a man who went on an undefeated streak in the Golden Era, and that at the end of the Golden Era, that is Tatanka here in his original attire. Now here we are onto the first row, and we are starting here with Hacksaw Jim Duggan. This would have been his attire he wore in the late 80s, maybe around the time he won the King of the Ring, I'm sure he did, and it was this attire that he wore. We've got Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and next to him we have the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Here we have him in his WrestleMania 6 attire where he fought the Macho King. And next to him we have Rowdy Roddy Piper. And this, I believe, is his WrestleMania 8 attire. Well, that's where I know it from anyway. One of the all-time greats. Most people would know about him. Another man most people would know about, next to him, we have Jake the Snake Robert. Probably one of the best promos in the business. Cool, calm, calculated, great promos. And next to him, one of the great in-ring performers, we have Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Obviously, he had that memorable match at WrestleMania 3 with the man and the lady we were about next to see, Miss Elizabeth, the manager of one of the greatest superstars of all time. And next to her is his real life husband at the time, Macho Man Randy Savage. And this is also my favourite wrestler from the Golden Era. I just felt like he had it all. In-ring ability, he was brilliant at promos, his kayfabe was second to none. And so Macho Man with his cream of the crop cup that he heard in one of his famous promos there. And next to him, the famous announcer, we have Mean Gene Oakland there to interview him. And the man next to him, the immortal Hulk Hogan. Obviously, all these figures you see are the ones that I'm using as my defining versions of that character from that era. So here we have Hulk Hogan, and next to him, the WrestleMania 6 version of the Ultimate Warrior. And here you can see him holding the titles he won that night, the WWF title, and retaining the Intercontinental title. And next to him, a man who before he would be the Ultimate Warrior in the WWF, we have in his original persona, we have Sting. He would be the Ultimate Warrior's tag team partner before the WWF, and he was obviously an icon of WCW at the time. At the same time, Ultimate Warrior was leading the WWF, so here we have Sting. And next to him, another old timer, we have Ravishing Rick Rude. Another man, great promo, great in-ring ability, Ravishing Rick Rude. And next, also one of the greatest of all time, one of the biggest party animals out of the wrestlers of all time, we have the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. And here we have the tag teams, and you're getting a treat here because this is a recent pickup you'll see it in my next pickup video, whenever that be. We have Earthquake and Typhoon, the Natural Disasters. So they were here in the late Golden Era period, early New Generation, I believe that was the era they were around for, but they started in the Golden Era. I believe they won the tag team titles in the Golden Era. So you have the Natural Disasters, and next to them we have Knobs and Sags, the Nasty Boys. They would also taste WWF tag title gold, I believe it was at WrestleMania 9 or somewhere around that time, I'm not too sure, but they are other big time party animals of the social side of the wrestlers back then. You have Knobs and Sags, the Nasty Boys. Now on to, most wrestlers would probably say this, one of the greatest tag teams of all time. We have Arn Anderson, we have Tully Blanchard, the Brainbusters. Technically, obviously great ring performers, and if anyone knows the stories about Tully Blanchard, if you don't, I encourage you to investigate if you're into that sort of thing in the wrestling business. And below them, lastly, and the last ones you'll see in this video, another recent pickup of mine which you're yet to see, we have Luke, and Butch the Bushwhackers. Recently got these, they haven't re-released these yet, so these will come out quite a while ago, so they will cost you a penny. But so lastly, we have Luke and Butch the Bushwhackers. So, I hope you enjoyed that video, everyone, and until next time, goodbye.